Now, as you can see on blue side, we have Counter Instigate, Ocean Eyebrows, Spencer. I'm just going to call him Spencer because it's going to make it a lot more easy for me while I'm shot casting. These guys with crazy names, they're always throwing me off. V8 and Techno Kitten. Spencer is subbing in now for one of the players. I forget exactly who it was. I wish I knew, but I don't. Spencer is subbing in for one of the guys who couldn't handle the second match because the first one was just so crazy and intense. And then on red side, we have the God Squad. Eddie the God, S1W4, Brodskin, and On Exiled Wings. Everybody's back here for the God Squad. First two bands, Varus and Morgana, taken away. Ocean Eyebrow sitting on his second. Varus, Morgana, both good bands. Azure Sky says, "Who's your MVP of the game?" That's tough to say. That's very tough to say. It's really tough to say, man. Really tough. Failure at LOL. It was Failure at LOL. Yes, Failure at LOL is the gentleman who's being subbed out for Spencer. Spencer. Oh, it's just Spencer. It's just say Spencer. It's just, you know, these names, man. They just really get to me. Two more bands, Blitzcrank and Sona. This ban phase is taking a while because both teams really want to make sure that they get out those power picks for the enemy squad. Those ones that ended up giving them whatever it is that they had that was so good from the last match. But they also got to make sure they fit in some power picks there as well. So Varus, Morgana, and Blitzcrank are the three power picks that are transferring over from the last set of picks and bans. And then we are seeing Sona and Oriana both banned out here so far. Eddie the God, he's sitting on his third. Who does he take out? He's going to drop the Galio. Galio was a force to be reckoned with in that last match from his shield. He became so damn tanky and he was able to save a lot of his members in a lot of different situations. V8 shortest and longest today? I know, dude. I know, it's crazy, man. It's a crazy week. Ocean Eyebrows, he might end up snagging this Ezreal pick. Now, if they build a good composition around this Ezreal, they might be able to completely negate the whole idea of a super long game and just take it really fast. You know, there's ways to do it, and Ezreal is the first step. I like this Ezreal first pick. I'm glad he's taking this one. This is the second Ezreal first pick we've seen. Once again, you can see his chart up. It's very diverse. He brings a good bit of everything, but mostly on the top left side of the chart. And these top left three traits, actually, not necessarily top left, it's just left side heavy traits. Siege, Poke, and Disengage. These three traits are traits that any compositions can use. It doesn't matter what you build around this Ezreal, you're going to benefit from having these three things, especially on this map. So I love the Ezreal first pick. Not to mention the fact that if you end up being forced into building two more AD champions, you can take him AP. You can run him however the heck you want. There's so many different ways to do it. Now the first two lock-ins for the God Squad are going to be the Eddie the God taking his Lissandra and S1W4 taking the Ziggs. Oh god, that's a long game champion, you guys. Ziggs is a game extender. Looks like we're in for another big one. Looks like we're in for another big one. The Sona was scary as heck. Sona's scary, man. Sona's scary, especially when she grabs that Luden's Echo, man. That thing is just monstrous on this map. Now you can see this chart coming up from the first two members of the God Squad. They built themselves a bottom left side heavy chart. Poke, Siege, and Wave Clear. Lots and lots and lots of Wave Clear coming out from them. Spencer, he's hovering over the Malphite while V8 hovers over the Janna. These are two exact opposites and they end up swapping it out right at the last second. V8, he's taking the Jinx, and Spencer gonna take the Maokai. I like these two picks, but they might have been trying to mind game the enemy squad. But Janna, she's a damn good pick here, especially with like a Ziggs and a Lissandra. That would put the wave clear over the top, you guys. So we do have Maokai, and then we also have the Jinx coming in from V8. A really nice squad being built here. Super similar to what we saw from the God Squad building in the last match. They get the Ezreal, and they go for a tank and another carry as their second two picks. We had Oriana there instead of the Jinx, and it was Sion instead of the Maokai. And there could go as their last pick. They already have everything they need. They could build Ezreal AP, and they could build they could build Ezreal AP basically, and they can take whatever the heck they need to take here as this last pick. This is a true counter pick right here. They need to look at what the enemy team is building so far with their 4 champions and make a pick that takes away from their capacity to actually utilize their squad. So let's put in these last two picks for the God Squad in. We have Brodskin taking his Lucy, and on Exiled Wings taking his Wukong. And then what we're going to do is take a look at our Style Stats Team Composition Strength Calculator and see what they've built. They are really well-rounded here. This is the finalized chart for Red Team, by the way. They're really well-rounded. They have an emphasis on Wave Clear and Disengage, okay? They have good engage, though. So this is an extremely well-rounded composition with an emphasis on disengage and wave clear. So you don't necessarily want to bring a big engager here because their disengage is decent. They have the ultimate from Wukong. Their engage is also phenomenal. I got to say, their disengage is only a little bit better because they have the Lissandra there. So really, I think the Janna pick here was an excellent one to counter out that Wukong. I would say that they could take a lot of different things. They could go for a more aggressive composition and kind of take advantage of the fact that the disengage coming from the God Squad leans more heavily on the Lissandra and the Wukong, who are both engaging style champions, so you would have to make them make a choice. If you brought a super engaging composition here, if you say brought in, say you brought in like a, oh geez, like, I don't know, somebody that could synergize with Maokai and engaging, like a Yasuo or something like that. If you went for a really engagey style of composition, then you would force Lissandra and Wukong into making the decision as to whether or not they're going to disengage or engage with their ultimates, because that's exactly where almost the majority of these disengage and engage stats for the God Squad are coming through. Now, I don't have this last pick typed in quite yet. It was, in fact, a Janna here, and let's see what that does to blue team's chart. There we go. That's the finalized chart here, you guys. But what Counter Instigate ended up doing here was taking the Janna and giving themselves more of a defensive, giving themselves that defensive edge. So two fairly well-rounded squads coming through here. Maokai, he's not the most aggressive champion. He can peel, he can play defensively as well, especially with his ultimate. So I think there's a lot of defensive potential coming through here. But that, again, ties in with the great diversity that Counter Instigate brought here with their first three picks, is that even if they had taken another engaging style champion like Yasuo, they still would have had more engaging potential coming through from the Maokai. So Maokai, just, I mean, this is awesome, man. Both squads, really, really awesome. And there's so much to be said about both of them. Let's just look at our comp scores: 494 to 498. So close, man. This is just turning out to be an insane match, dude. These two teams are going at it right now. From the pick ban phase to 40 minutes into a match, these two teams are just absolutely going at it. My goodness. Now, you have to keep in mind here that Janna is in the game. Janna is one of those champions that can win a team a game very easily, but she does it by giving them what they need. In terms of, in any situation, if you're playing defensively and you have a Janna, she brings disengage and wave clear, so that you can keep yourselves alive and you can also keep your turrets alive. You can keep your champions and your turrets alive, plus the heals. Now, if you're going for an aggressive playstyle, she brings wave clear and shields, which give you extra damage. So she can pretty much give your team whatever they need in any phase of the game and in any position of the game. Now, this is another thing that ties into Janna being such a great pick here as this counter pick for blue team. Now, we had a squad that had a lot of engaged potential coming out from red team and a lot of wave clear. Okay, from the first three picks on Counter Instigate, they had built a great squad, a really diverse squad, but the one thing they were truly lacking was, in fact, the wave clear. So Janna, she brings the disengage to keep them safer from the Wukong and from the Lissandra, but also brings some great wave clear to keep them defensive in case they get to that point underneath the towers. Really, just, I mean, this is the best built composition in a pick and ban phase that I've ever seen, ever. Everything was just perfect, spot on. Every time they needed to take a pick and leave themselves open for another pick, yet still get the things that they need in order to, have win potential. That's exactly what they did, man. Just really awesome, really awesome. And you know what, dudes? My brain, I'm not gonna lie, my brain is a little fried too from that last game, but I'm giving you guys everything I possibly can, and this is just a awesome teaming. And I'm giving a lot of props to blue here, but red, they've taken themselves some power picks as well. I expect that Lucian is a pocket pick for Broadskin, so he's going to be very comfortable on that champion. You have Lissandra and Ziggs, who bring just insane amounts of wave clear. I mean, you combo a Ziggs E and a Ziggs Q and a Lissandra Q, and that wave is dead. Everything's gone. Whereas on blue side, they have to chain in a couple of auto attacks from Jinx and Janna from a couple of auto attacks from Jinx and a Howling Gale from Janna in order to actually clear those waves. So the wave clear potential, defensive potential is very high for red team as well. But they also have that awesome wombo combo potential where they have a lot of AoE damage. You have Lissandra, who engages most likely, locks down, isolates one enemy target. I would assume it's going to be Ezreal or Jinx. Ezreal, most likely. That would be the priority considering his mobility. You want to lock him down for as long as possible. That crowd control allows Wukong to move forward and get his knockups, thus locking more enemies in. And during that entire time, Sadum 4 on his Ziggs is going to have a really easy decision, a really easy time casting his ultimate to make sure he can get on as many enemies as possible. It is really just two squads that are going to be going head-to-head once again. I think that if Red Team can get themselves, if Counter Instigate can get them, or excuse me, the God Squad can get themselves into an aggressive position and get themselves some good siege right off the bat, I think they're going to be in a good place to win this game, because they have a type of squad that can really shove the crap out of an enemy squad and just siege, just force themselves into the siege, especially pre-6. The pre-6 game is going to be really important here because that's where Janna's not going to have her ultimate. That's where the wave clear is going to be the most minimal coming out from counter instigate. The player slayer, how's it going, Labs? That's a good question, man. I mean, we are all just fried right now. Our last game lasted 40 minutes, and it was a doozy, you guys. We had 2 doozies today. We had, not only did we have our fastest game ever, we had our fastest win ever, we also had our slowest win ever today, and the last one was just, I mean, it was just wild. It was, a lot of the guys came to me. A lot of the guys who played in the game came in Twitch chat or came to me in League of Legends in the client, and we're just like, dude, that was the funnest game. That was the funnest game I've ever played, and you know what? That was the funnest game I've ever shotcasted. I gotta tell you, it was awesome. So Player Slayer, you missed out in these last few matches, my man. And this loading screen's taking a little bit longer, but that's why I'm looking at Twitch chat. They are going to end up loading in here. The guys are saying that, I assume they're guys, but I doubt they all are. The guys and girls in the game are letting me know that this loading screen was a little bit long. Oh my god. Time for some water. Time for some water. All right, let's go back here. I guess it was going for a lot longer than we expected, so it's time for the water break. Oh man, that felt so good. That felt so good. I recommend anybody, after that last match, go snag some water, dude. That thing really took it out of me. Alright, so since we have a little bit of wait time here, this is one of those extra long loading screens. I can go ahead and take another look at the Style Stats Team Composition Strength Calculator. We have loaded onto the Abyss now, but I'm going to do a little bit of recap here. Just so you guys know after this long loading screen that we did in fact have Blue Team, that would be Counter Instigate, taking a top left side heavy squad, Siege, Poke, and Disengage as their main 3 traits. That is going to build what we call a slow winning composition, or aka a safe composition. They have what they need in order to out-trade the enemy squad. They have heals, they have a tank, they have everything they need in order to not die. So that's all they need to do, is not die and just push towers. That's all they got to focus on. They don't need to focus on getting kills, but that's the trade-off here. Their kill potential isn't that high either. They're missing a lot of damage from the Maokai, as well as Ocean Eyebrows on the Janna. Whereas Red Team, they built themselves a really symmetrical composition with an emphasis on disengage and wave clear. So the siege potential for Blue Team is not that high, considering the great defensive potential coming out from Red Team. The question is, can Blue Team get Red into a position where they aren't necessarily able to defend and aren't necessarily able to wave clear? That's going to be the Maokai's job, in my opinion. Was playing some ABAMs and ADAMs. I completely forgot you were streaming. Never again, man. Don't forget that we're streaming, because we always love it when Player Slayer comes through. Early Bush control going over in favor of the God Squad. It was really handed to them. I think that there's a little bit too much respect coming out there. Counter Instigate actually ended up getting to the tower first, but then ended up conceding that bush control over. They're going to try to take it back here with a lot of range damage. I mean, they have shields, they have a tank, they have everything they need in order to take back this bush control, and they're kind of taking it by force here. Plus, the range coming out from Counter Instigate is much higher, so this early game is most likely going to go in their favor. What they need to do is secure themselves some wave clear. Ocean Eyebrows looks like it's going to throw that Janna Tornado onto as many minions as possible. Going to get some good damage down, though, but the wave clear coming out from the God Squad is just, it's so high. It's so high, there isn't really much that can be done in order to take some sort of wave clear advantage here. They just have to get enough damage down to the enemy members in order to force them back, force the God Squad back into defensive position by damaging them and out-trading them rather than getting the wave cleared out quickly, or more quickly. Good bush control there from Spencer as well. Using those saplings, that's exactly what he should be doing. Exiled Wings. Little combo. That's the danger of the Wukong, is that you can go forward and you can out-trade enemies just like that. Sadum, he's taken low by Techno Kitten, who's getting a lot of damage down. There is a sapling follow-up, but it's not quite enough. Sadum, he does have some heals as well. Ooh, almost takes another zap. Good poke. Really good poke. More combos coming out from Unexiled Wings. This is, once, like I said, the danger of Wukong. He has poke potential. That's like one of the little added tidbits onto a Wukong that make him so strong. And he's a champion we don't see very often anymore. Sadum, this guy's the magnet, and he should be the magnet. And the fact that he is getting in range of the poke of blue side is of counter instigate is a little bit. It actually has a lot to say for his character. Not for his character, for his play here. He's one of the longest range champions in the game. He should never really need to get in range of Ezreal poke or Jinx zap. It just shouldn't happen. He's still being targeted down though. Here's a possible engage from Eddie the God. Does get the lockdown, but there might be a counter engage coming through here on Exiled Wings. He does end up going Invisi there, but Eddie the God took a lot of damage in the process. This is that slow win. This is the slow win that that counter instigator looking for. They're not quite able to pick up kills. They're not quite able to take towers, but at least they're winning. And if they're able to keep this up for the entirety of the game, then they should be good. It's going to be up to Ocean Eyebrows to stop the engage from on Exiled Wings and the engage from Eddie the God, and make sure that when that one big engage comes, when that one big opportunity comes for the God Squad to take that, you know, AoE ace, then the Janet is there to negate it. That's going to be really important later on, once the level 6s end up hitting. No kills on the board quite yet. Spencer, not playing the same as Sucks at Life, or whatever the heck his name is, was doing, but at this point, no, it wasn't Sucks at Life, it was Failure at LoL. I knew that, I just wanted to make that joke. Especially because he's not here. Player Slayer, I can say that 100% Maokai should have gone Rod of Ages. You know, Rod of Ages is a tough one. I can tell you that I disagree with the Tinder here. Is that what it's called, Tinder? No, it's Cinder. I disagree. Whoa, first blood coming from downtown Spencer. That was a hero. That was a hero sapling, you guys. He just runs way underneath the tower. Snag that kill. Poke from Spencer. Snagging first blood over in his favor, and that's a nice easy kill for them. There was no counterplay to it, and VA looking for another one as well. That was a nice kill there, because there was no counterplay to it. It didn't end up getting traded out. It was a 100% favorable trade in favor of the Maokai. He snags the first blood. They get themselves a little advantage, and they just go right back to hitting these minions. They hold on to this slow win style of play that they have going so far for them. Exiled Wings end up getting revealed by that zap there before he went in, but still not going to take too much damage. And somehow the team without the wave clear is out pressuring the team with the wave clear. If the God Squad were to decide to go super aggressive here, then they probably could make some big things happen, but they're waiting for that level 6. They're waiting for that level 6 to make the big engage. So I was saying I can disagree with the Cinder that's coming out from Maokai, because I think he's not necessarily playing aggressively enough to take advantage of it. I'm not really sure what he's building either. He's probably just testing it out. Whoa, Exiled Wings locked down, gets revealed, now taking a lot of damage, flashes forward, ulties. Ocean Eyebrow stuck in the front lines, pops the ultimate as well, saves so many members, and Exiled Wings might go down here. Ocean Eyebrow saves himself with a shield at just a sliver of health, and somehow survives. One kill now going over in favor of Red Team, and Sadum make that too, as Techno Kitten gonna grab a double kill. Sadum gets dropped as he's approaching into that bottleneck. Should have seen that one coming. Was still low enough, and Techno Kitten able to capitalize. Well played by Counter Instigate. So I'm not sure what the Cinder builds into on this map, but it might just be a test here. Eddie the God forced to pop the ultimate onto himself, and there's going to be a counter ulti from Lucian, but it still isn't enough to pick up anything. Exiled Wings is back, but he doesn't have an ultimate of his own. Spencer has his, but he's forced to just pop it right away. Eddie the God now left low, and there is a disengage. Wow, still really close, man. I mean, these teams are just going at it, my man, at it. And with a little bit of a momentum boost coming back, with so many deaths going over against their favor, the God Squad are able to come back and push counter instigate back into their tower at least, because counter instigate now they don't have mana, they don't have much life. Flash forward from Techno, can he pick up anything? Ends up getting knocked right back into the Lissandra, and that kills ends up going over in favor of Maokai, but Jinx does end up getting taken down there, so a little bit extra gold going over in favor of the Jinx. Maokai picks him up a second kill here. Jinx 2-1-1 goes back, goes straight for a last Whisper. And is making her way back now, most like actually she spawns, she's gonna be making her way back now. She's making her way back. There's an ultimate available. It's not gonna be enough to kill Sadum, but it might be coming here soon. Keep your eyes on the minimap, you guys, because we'll see when that Jinx ultimate's coming. It could easily be coming from downtown. If it hits Broadskin and Sadum right there, then it's gonna be a worthy ultimate in my opinion. Oh, it builds into Sunfire. Oh yeah, it builds into Sunfire now. You're right. I forgot about that. It builds into Sunfire, but I was going to mention, I kept on getting disrupted by action, but I was going to mention that Spencer, with the Cinder, he's just not playing aggressively enough. He's not getting any damage from the Cinder. You know, is he going to build into, is he going to start playing more aggressive once he builds into the Sunfire Cape? I don't think that the Cinder is a good first item because it solidifies you, it telegraphs you into this aggressive playstyle where we want to be on top of the enemy team, but it's the early game. You're not tanky enough as Maokai to be able to stand on top of them for that long. He doesn't have any mana either for his ultimate, so there really is no advantage that he's gaining from using this Cinder. Isn't very much that he's getting from it. Nice ultimate from V8. Ends up hitting Sadum. Sadum being taken very low as well. This range advantage for counter instigate. I want to call him counter initiate, but that's not their name. This range advantage for them is coming in so much handy. I mean, like, they've been able to outpoke the enemy team and outtrade them so often in this match. 8 minutes in, still another game that is just going long. Neither team is really truly able to capitalize and make any sort of big thing happen on these towers right off the bat. But we should see a big engage coming from Unexiled Wings, then Eddie the God. Eddie the God should be positioned a little bit farther forward. Nice disengage there. Exiled Wings, he was looking for some sort of long-range engage, but ended up getting knocked up mid-invis. Not very much mana. V8 low on mana. Health bars are about the same. V8 low on mana. Spencer low on mana. Satum is left low on mana right now as well, but as he snags the relic, he gets a little bit back. And this is a tough position. With Spencer so low on mana, he needs that ultimate to be able to block a lot of the AoE damage coming out from the God squad. Now, Eddie the God knocked up 3. Triple knock up there by Ocean Eyebrows. Well played. Satum, I thought he was going to get locked down there. He's looking for some more aggression, and as the ultimates are available for the God Squad, there's a lot of respect coming out from Counter Initiate. They know that there's really big engage potential. This position they're taking right now, underneath their own turret, negates a lot of that potential. Negates a lot of that big AoE engage potential from a fairly squishy Wukong. He's not building straight tank right off the bat. Or actually, he is, what am I talking about? But he's not tanky enough yet. He's not tanky enough. Eddie the God moves forward, snags a relic, but getting punished out for it. Punished very hard, as a matter of fact. On Exiled Wing, this is the perfect positioning for a Wukong. The enemy can't see him. They need to throw a zap in there to make sure they can at least get some vision on him, or else he's going to get a big engage. They saw him coming, they pop a heal. At least he got a summoner spell out of it. I mean, he telegraphed because he didn't pop the W quick enough. He got out of the bush and then ended up revealing himself for an instant there, which is unfortunate, but he still burned a heal, which is nice. A good heal, though, from whoever popped it. It was actually V8 who used that one. Here's a possible engage from Unexiled Wings. The ultimate dropping from Broadskin. Unexiled Wings not going to go in on it, but Ezreal, who is... Whoa, there's an ultimate from Jinx as well, securing another kill. Techno Kitten. Great job. Nice snipe there. So it looks like Ezreal is, in fact... I can't say he's building AP quite yet, because all he has is that item. Unexiled Wings ends up getting disengaged. It's forced to pop the ultimate late. Only gets to knock up onto 2, make that 3, but it's very late. Spencer now in the backline. Ziggs picks up 1 kill. Wukong picks up the next. This is going to be a victorious teamfight in favor of the God Squad, but they burned so much for it, and now they're low on health bars. Once the 2 members from Counter Instigate come back, they're going to have a big momentum advantage. Ocean Eyebrows, beautiful ultimate there to take Exile Wings away from him as soon as possible. Really well done. It pushed him right back into the perfect spot. Only problem was that V8 was up there too, so it was the perfect spot as long as V8 wasn't there, but V8 was there. That could have been an easy combo for V8, but the... Uh-oh, did he pick it up? No, he does not. Ocean Eyebrows now locked down, does end up falling to Broadskin. Exiled Wings moving forward as well. Eddie the God, now he's forward, he's low. Flash from Techno Kitten. This might start a chain reaction, but a beautiful burst from Broadskin keeps him away from the quadra kill. Now Spencer goes in, he picks himself up one, but at least the money's not going over to Jinx. Exiled Wings, he's trying to get some damage onto Spencer, but he might end up dropping here. Not gonna be the case. Exiled Wings, rather. Spencer, he's also looking for some sort of... Whoa, he gets an ace there somehow, and will he also get the execution? He needs to die. Spencer, he is not on point with our meta here. He needs to go down. He is giving the enemy a big opportunity. That was nice. That was nice on his part, because he could have gotten himself a huge play there. Oh, he does get the execution, but it was from a minion or something. Finally, he gets the execution there. Well played. He got himself 2 kills underneath that tower and an execution. Jinx got the double. Well played by... Well played by Counter Instigate. Techno Kitten, stop calling me a dude. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I guess you're a girl, dude. Not dude. I guess you're a girl, bro. Sorry, man. I mean, I'm Southern, so I say man and I say dude and I say bro a lot, but I say them in like different ways. You just don't understand. Nice ultimate from Eddie the God. Locks down V8 as he's caught out too far forward. He was down an arcane shift there as well. That could be a pick. Another chain reaction here. Nice ultimate from Satum as well. Gets a lot of damage spread. Exile Wings. He has his, and he might be able to lock up Ocean Eyebrows. That's going to be another pick here in favor of the God Squad, and it's going to be a big siege potential for them as well. Nice ultimate from Techno Kitten comes from downtown. Snags another kill here. That's going to be a big kill as well, because that was another ranged auto attack going down here for the God Squad. Both these teams trading everything they have in every single fight, man. Everything is on the line right now. The God Squad looking to seal the deal on this set as they came out with that 40-minute win in the last match. And Team Instigate, they're looking to counter Instigate. They're looking to counter Instigate and take this one to a game 3. V8, his damage is high, and the Ezreal's going to have a big impact on this match. Every time he's able to do exactly what he just did and get a kill, it's going to start a chain reaction. I want to think about what either team can do to win. I'm trying to theory craft right now in my head. What can both teams do to win? Blue team, they can get themselves an ace. That's what they want. They have a Jinx. They want to get 1 kill, followed by an excitement. Get excited from Jinx. Have her follow up with more. There's the first kill. Is there going to be excitement? Is there going to be engaged? Exile Wings, he goes in and forces out the shield. If Jinx gets another kill, it could easily be more. Janna picks up the second kill, and Spencer, he's looking to engage. Techno Kitten ran backwards to grab a relic there and wasn't quite close enough to really be able to take advantage. So just another 2 kills going over in favor of counter Instigate, and what they've left available is a Lucian ultimate and Lissandra wave clear. There still is no way for them to capitalize on this unless they get another 2 kills. But they blew pretty much every aggressive ultimate they had in that fight. Now they're going to be hard pressed to take any damage onto this turret. You can see how quickly and easily everything comes out for the God Squad. They clear out that wave so quickly. Oh my goodness, man. Counter Initiate need an ace here. They need a big set of kills, 3 or 4 kills. The only person needs to be left alive is Wukong, because he should not be the focus here. He should be disengaged by Ocean Eyebrows and then forgotten. And by the way, Techno Kitten, let me know if I'm right or wrong as to, you know, your whether or not you're a girl, whether or not you're a dude. Because I don't want to be wrong. I mean, I assume you're a girl now. Whoa, nice lockdown of Techno. That's the perfect priority. Nice AoE combos coming out. That's going to be 2 kills early on in favor of the God Squad. They do trade one over onto the Maokai there. Oh, excuse me, onto the Lissandra there. But she wasn't the most important player here. She doesn't bring the most siege stats. Broadskin and Unexiled Wings being still alive is very important. V8, he's the only one left to defend here, but he's going to have to make some individual plays if he wants to do so. Flash forward from Exiled Wings. He ends up not being able to make his way out of there, and that's very unfortunate. But with the Ezreal down, Broadskin and Sadum should be able to take down the first tower of the match. Well played. A big AoE engage from them there. And after we see that they take the first tower, let's watch that fight again. The priority here was really good. That's what really caught my eye. The priority was super good, and the ultimates came out really quickly. You can see that the ultimate from On Exiled Wings, he was actually allowed to make it happen after Spencer engages. They lock down the Jinx, then they end up getting down the Janna, two very high priority targets. If he's going to be tough to lock down, so if they can, they'll get him, but at the moment, they're not going to do so. Spencer, he has his ultimate up for quite some time, so he's going to be able to snag a kill on Eddie the God with the help of V8. He's going to drop, though, and then, as I said, the 3 remaining members of the God Squad are the 3 more important members, because you have the 2 AD scaling champions, plus Ziggs with his passive is going to be able to do a lot of damage to this turret, whereas Lissandra doesn't really have anything extra on top of her kit that allows her to hit that turret for even longer, so well played here. 16 minutes in, first tower, 16 and a half minutes in, as a matter of fact, the first tower drops in favor of the God Squad. You're right, Technocaden, I'm right. All right, cool. I will treat the situation as such in that case. Bro. Techno getting some BM. Some dance moves. Now, what Red Team need to do, what the God Squad need to do here is wait for those ultimates to come back up again and do exactly what they just did. Isolate the Jinx or the Ezreal, get them down as quickly as possible, then focus down the Janna, then focus down everybody else. They can easily do that, but Broadskin just got chunked down really hard, so he might get traded here. And it's really important, as I said after the last team fight, that these 3 members are alive. Ziggs, Wukong, and Lucian, after a big multi-kill for their squad. The next one, with the team health leaning heavily in favor, actually it's not quite so heavily. Broadskin went back and got a couple of relics there, so he got a lot of health back. I was going to say, with the health bars leaning so far in favor of blue, they should be able to make a big thing happen, a big chain ace happen, but now that the team health are actually back about even, with the ultimates coming back available for the God Squad, there's a lot of respect coming out from counter Instigate. Player Slayer. No, none of that attitude in here, man. We all know that no one is surprised when girls play League of Legends. I mean, not that you did anything like offensive. It's just like let's try to steer away from that kind of stereotypical like, oh my god, it's a girl. Even though I know you were doing it as a joke. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're the one I had to point out, but I do have to point out for everybody else as well. There's an engage from Spencer. It might be a little bit too deep, as that's going to allow Eddie the God to go in. He does lock down Techno Kitten, but a beautiful cleanse there is able to keep Techno Kitten alive. Now, there is follow-up capacity, but the ultimate from Ocean Eyebrows drops. Doesn't hold it for too long, and doesn't get too many heals out of it, but the disengage was successful. That was a team fight that didn't end in any kills. Ezreal gets the first in a small little pick for himself afterwards, but Eddie the God, oh, actually there was a kill. Sadum ended up going down. Make that 2 kills in favor of the counter Instigate in that skirmish. My goodness. That one looked like it was so perfect in favor of the God Squad. They got the perfect opportunity to engage. A lot of AoE wave clear going, a lot of AoE damage going there, but Sadum got dropped so quickly. V8 is doing tons of damage now as well, though. He throws the ultimate, is able to pick up no kills for his squads right off the bat, but Spencer is able to follow up later on and snag himself one. He's going to get traded out here as well, as Sadum is going to snag a double kill on his Ziggs, and he's the perfect person to have back here and able to defend, because he can't in fact clear those waves out so quickly. You can see Ocean Eyebrows got caught underneath the turret, taking turret damage plus extra damage from the Ziggs. Now Jinx, oh my goodness, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that exact thing again, because I didn't even notice that Jinx was taking up this turret. You can see how much priority. Sadum didn't realize it either. Sadum is taking priority onto Ocean Eyebrows. He does have some really great Qs. Actually, never mind. He throws a Q out there, but it wasn't quite quick enough. Really nice decision there from Techno Kitten to even up this game and give the suicide away. Okay, you give up money, but you got that first tower down. You evened up the game. 35.4 gold to 35.3 gold. 35.3k. Oh my god, this is under a 1,000 gold lead here right now, you guys. It's just under 200, rather. My goodness, it's going to be constantly fluctuating between that 100 and 200, but holy crap, you guys. Holy crap. Red team, they make a big counter engage and are able to take a quick turret because the death timers are getting long now, you guys. We have just entered the late game. You wouldn't assume that's the case because the first towers have just dropped, but red team, they come back in after long death timers from counter instigate, and they take a tower and start the siege on the inhibitor. So the inhibitor has in fact been revealed. It is open. If red team can get themselves even a pick, they're going to be able to make big things out of it, but nice pick there. V8 follows up with a big chain combo there onto Broadskin. He gets dropped right off the bat. The disengage comes out from Ocean Eyebrows, but it's simply to separate the team members. There's only 3 available. Unexiled Wings was separated, but he wasn't locked down for quite long enough, and he was able to disengage, make his way out of there, and get back to safety with the remainder of his squad. That's not enough. Counter Instigate need more than that in order to take this tower. There's just too much wave clear. How long was the first game for the second set? Very long, dude. 39 minutes and 37 seconds. 39 minutes and 37 seconds, Exile Senpai. Broadskin really getting bursted down, and V8 is doing a great job of punishing him out. Techno Kitten isn't doing that much against these members. The only person Techno Kitten has really been able to auto-attack, aside from the big team fights after they start, is Exiled Wings, and his guy's building a lot of armor, so Techno Kitten isn't able to do too much against him there. Ooh, he's taking a lot of damage there, though, as he takes some AP damage from the Ezreal, who, once again, is in fact building the AP. And that Ludus Echo, probably a beastly item on the Ezreal as well. Picks himself up 1, might be 2 here. Spencer goes in. That's a double kill now in favor of blue team. Spencer, he might end up taking too much damage as well. He drops the heal, but it's not quite enough, as the Morellonomicons from Lissandra really negated his ability to escape there using that summoner spell. Should have known that that was kind of a dead cause, and he shouldn't have popped that. Now that's a heal down for Spencer. Oh no, it wasn't a heal for Spencer either. It was actually a heal coming out from... Who was it that popped the heal? Nobody. It wasn't anybody that popped the heal. I could have sworn I saw a heal come out from him. Maybe it was just an auto attack. Either way, I apologize for saying that was a mistake because he didn't even pop it. This is a good opportunity here for... Ooh, that's an even better opportunity. Techno Kitten from long range lands the zap, throws down the ultimate, keeps him isolated in that bottleneck. Just another beautifully shot ultimate. Techno Kitten playing really strong right now, and those ultimates have been really on point. By the way, that little second there where Techno Kitten was standing still, that was Techno Kitten typing in Twitch chat. Somehow, not only playing really well, but also typing in Twitch chat at the same time. We don't have many people that do that. Here's the engage from Exiled Wings. He locks up Techno Kitten first. There most likely will be follow-up here. There is. She gets dropped. Ziggs throws down the ultimate in a really good timing. Exiled Wings, he negates a lot of that damage, and now Ocean Eyebrows locked down. The priority is still good. Now, Wukong drops, but he's not very useful at this point in the match. Eddie the God now dropped as well, and Sadum, he's left alone as Lucian is making his way back. Lucian might be able to counter-engage here, but V8 too mobile to really be able to make big things happen. Can Broadskin do much against the huge damage coming out from V8? That's the question here. If he tries to chase this Ezreal, Ezreal's simply going to kite him away and just burst him down. The heal was probably the Mikhails. Oh, you're right. I believe it was. V8, just like I said, if they try to chase, it wasn't just Broadskin, it was the Ziggs too. If they try to chase, they're just going to get out-poked and out-kited. That was a big mistake there from Sadum to go down, and that's going to allow, with 30 seconds on that death timer, that's going to allow the remaining members of Counter Instigate to come back and make a big push. Nice ultimate there from Broadskin. He's actually finally able to capitalize and punish V8 for going too far forward. He didn't take too much damage there either. Ultimates come back up fast now, you guys. We're 24 minutes in. Another long game on our hands. 24 minutes in. And Counter Instigator looking to make a winning push. But keep in mind, their inhibitor is open. If we see another big AoE composition or a combination coming out, like combo, coming out from red team, then they might be able to take that inhibitor quickly and kind of seal the deal for themselves in order to, in terms of holding a forward advantage. Death timers are very long, and the positioning right now is good for red team as well, for the God Squad, because if they're going to get this AoE ultimate, they do pop, and there's a talisman that gets dropped as well, and a lot of members from Counter Instigate are able to disengage, but Spencer is getting locked down. He isn't quite able to take this much damage. Will he get a kill on the Exile Wings? He does not. That's one kill falling now, and there wasn't really much to be gained from it for either team. The remaining 3 members of Counter Instigate are very healthy, and V8 gets, wow, that's big damage coming out from him. Eddie the God still has an ultimate, drops on the V8, but he has the cleanse right away. No, that was the Mikhail's beautiful play by Ocean Eyes. Broadskin picks up 1. He's looking to 1v4. The squad flashes forward, takes out Ezreal. That was his main threat. He also gets a lot of damage down to Ocean Eyebrows, and with that great individual play from him in the later stages of that skirmish, they're going to be able to take down this inhibitor. My goodness, man. My goodness. Another great team fight. Just going for so long. All these team fights, on average, last twice as long as any of the other ones that we see here usually in the Draft Labs tournament series. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Sadam, will he get the execute? He does not, because the flash forward from Spencer stops that one out, but they do end up getting 1 turret down. If Brodskin can focus down the second one, it's going to be a big lead. Exiled Wings, he gets as much damage down, but he gives the double kill away to the Maokai. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, I need to pause this game for 1 second. I need to get a little bit serious here, you guys. Message to all viewers, everyone in Twitch chat right now. Rule number 1 of Draft Labs. Do not type things into Twitch chat that give away the outcome of Style Lakes, the guy who is spectating 3 to 5 minutes behind the timer of the actual game. Please, please, please. Broadskin makes a great individual play at the end of that fight and secures his team a possible victory here, in my opinion. Because he put the enemy on such stuttered death timers, he even did damage to them after they came back as well. Doesn't seem as though that's the case because they were able to heal up, but that might have been the deal sealer. I mean, there needs to be, but we're 26 minutes in, you guys. We're 26 minutes in now to this match, and it's like, it's anybody's game. It's so difficult to call. It's so easy for Red Team to win this game. 1 team fight for Red Team to win, okay? For the New Legends, for the God Squad rather, to win. Whereas it might take a few team fights for Counter Instigate to win this game, but they still have the potential. They're just going to have to do them all consecutively. They've consecutively lost team fights in this match that have lost them such a huge advantage here earlier on this match. So there's a nice ultimate from Eddie the God. He locks down the V8, but V8 is able to survive. Ocean Eyebrows pops a nice ultimate and keeps him alive, and this actually might end up being a team-type victory in favor of Counter Instigate. The first kill's going down. That's Wukong and Maokai both taken out. The tanks. Sadam, he's low on health. Eddie the God, he's moving forward. He gets taken out by Techno Kitten. Techno Kitten able to move away and dodge out, most likely be able to re-engage, but V8 comes back in, snags another kill. Sadam, now he's the only one left. This is a 4-for-1 trade in that team fight in favor of Counter Instigate. And we gotta watch that one again as well. I mean, this one was just a hectic fight. So many things going on here. You can see the engage from Eddie the God. He goes forward and does lock down V8. But Ocean Eyebrows is on point with those Mikhail's heals and those Mikhail saves. He's been able to save every single carry from those Lissandra ultimates so quickly. He's forced to throw down the ultimate really fast simply because he has to get the heals down to save his members from the Wukong, from the aggressing Wukong, and the ultimate from Ziggs as well. But what I can tell you is that with Spencer going to the backlines and isolating Eddie the God and Broadskin, he actually negated a ton of the damage that was potentially available there for them. And V8 and Techno Kitten, easy kill for them on the backlines against a Wukong with no ultimate. Now, Eddie the God and Satam go a little bit too far forward here. That's an easy kill for Techno Kitten, especially with the barrier available. Almost gets taken down by Broadskin, but not going to be the case, and now Satam is left too far backwards. V8, he gets his Arcane Shift, moves forward, capitalizes on a nice knockup, and does a great job of picking up that kill. Now Satam, he's the only one left, and I believe he ends up going down here to Ocean Eyebrows, able to pick up that kill right before he snags the relic. Good job. Great call. So there's the Team 5 victory. There's the first in the series of Team 5 victories that Counter Instigate need in order to win this game. It's so unfortunate, though, that that team fight ended so evenly. There was a lot of health taken down from so many members of Counter Instigate that they still weren't able to push forward and seal the deal on that tower. So that's a 1 Team 5 victory that they get that's going to increase their confidence. It's going to, you know, get the depth, get the cooldowns on stutter for the enemy squad. But at the same time, they just weren't able to capitalize on it, and now they're forced back in their base to defend. This is a very tough scenario for them. Very tough. Hold on. Oh, it does say Counter Instigate has the 1 win. Oh, no. No, we're so long into this game, I can't even change it now. Oh, well. Just keep it up, you guys. Counter Instigate. These guys don't get a free win, but keep in mind that it's actually the God Squad who has the win. Why did nobody tell me that? I'm gonna rewind before this engage ended up happening. So this is right about where I mentioned that things are going to be really difficult for Counter Instigate to bring back, because even on that one teamfight victory, they weren't able to capitalize, and that was really the key moment for them, was able to take that. Now that the God Squad have pushed them in with their Nexus turret, their only Nexus turret so low. Nice combo there from V8, but he does get locked down. Janna isn't quite there fast enough. He gets taken down quickly. Now that's Ezreal down. Exiled Lynx. Late ultimate in the backlines, gets disengaged, but is it still enough? Eddie the God, he's back there. He gets dropped. It's 1 for 2 now in favor of the God Squad, and they have plenty members here to be able to take down this Nexus. I don't think Techno Kitten and Ocean Eyebrows will be able to defend this here by themselves. A lot of damage coming out. They might be able to take down one. Broadskin takes down Jinx, and that's going to be GG here for the God Squad. They're taking this set in a 2 for 0. They take this one in a sweep, and one of the most exciting sweeps one of the most exciting sets we've ever had here in the Draft Labs tournament series. And they did a fantastic job. Both teams. That was a serious brawl, and this game just ended, you guys. It just ended a couple of seconds ago, and I'm already looking forward to the next time that these two meet on the Howling Abyss. I'm also looking forward to how these two teams end up faring against some of our other squads that are on their same level, more new but have a lot of good players. Oh my god, this game, it was going back and forth the whole time, but in the early phases of the game, even if a teamfight victory went over in favor of Counter Instigate, they were still never actually able to capitalize, because even if it was just Lucian, or just Ziggs, or just Lissandra there, that single champion had the capacity to defend the tower and make sure that nobody was able to take it. Whereas for Red Team, if they were getting teamfight victories, for the God Squad, if they were getting teamfight victories, they were able to get multi-kills. They were able to get enough kills on the enemy squad in quick enough time that they could push forward and take 1 tower, 2 towers, and then a tower and an inhibitor. I mean, that was such a big push for them to take that tower and the inhibitor at the same time. Oh no, excuse me, to take that second tower, because they came back after a teamfight victory that got enough enemies dead that they were able to push down the entirety of the second tower. They just granted themselves a lot of time here. It played really valiantly by both teams. It's just that with this Jinx, you need to get aces. You need to get enough kills that the enemy team, enough kills onto the enemy team that you allow yourself uncontested siege. Just sitting underneath that tower, bop, 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 you know, getting it, going as fast as possible with that machine gun, and then just dropping that tower like it's nobody's business. Jinx was never really able to get given that opportunity, except for that one suicide, which was a great play and even up the game, but besides that, was never really given that opportunity to really capitalize with that champion. So that's the one thing that was missing here for this squad, in my opinion, is that Jinx was never actually able to go in, use the get excited to pick up that ace, that quadra kill, that triple kill, get the ace, and then just siege down towers over and over again like it's nobody's business. And I think the Jinx was actually a really good pick here as well in this situation, because both teams knew this game was going to go for a long time. Another 30-minute match, you guys. Both teams knew this game was going to go for a long time, but the Jinx is the person who, in the later stages of the game, after teamfight victory, was going to be able to really seal the deal. Because imagine 25 minutes in, where the death timers are 40 seconds, your team gets 3 kills, the Counter Instigate gets 3 kills onto the members of the God Squad, and Jinx is allowed to siege on a turret, 2 turrets, or a turret, 2 turrets, and an inhibitor for 40 seconds. That's plenty of time for Jinx to drop an entire turret and an entire inhibitor. Plenty of time. So that would have been a big bonus here for Counter Instigate, but they never got that opportunity, unfortunately.